Alright, hello. We are group 3. Our topic is censorship. This is Bobby, Sierra, and Nick, and this is our DO account, which we found very useful. We put all of our links on here and shared items we thought would help progress our project. And I'll show you a picture here from Bobby.
Basically, we thought this picture is pretty interesting because it says censorship. You would never guess what this was. Basically, it's representing that censorship can sometimes block out the meaning of something or block out what the author is trying to get at. So basically, censorship can be a good or a very bad thing.
Alright. And then we have another photo we thought was very useful.
Alright, this photo, censorship causes blindness. It shows obviously the larger letters at the top and kind of getting smaller, harder to read at the bottom. And this represents how the more censorship there is within any form of media, the less that the viewer is getting of the original meaning or purpose of something, and kind of alters their view and opinions on something with the additional censorship. So I guess kind of blindness represents you seeing less of the real thing with all of the censorship within media.
And then I will show two articles I also found to be very interesting. This one about ABC introduces full episode streaming. I just thought it was cool, like a big corporation was, starting to have full episode streaming, and whether or not they were going to censor it, and how they're going to go about doing that, and whether their views would be affected differently. So I thought that was very interesting. And then also this one here on JSTOR, and we used JSTOR quite a little bit too. We thought it was good, and this was just about music, delivering audio over the internet, and how the downloads would be affected by censorship, or how many downloads, or what kids would download, what clean and explicit music, and you can see almost like the business of this. So I thought that was also another really interesting article. And then lastly, on Flickr, we just want to talk about how we use this a lot for pictures, like some of the ones we showed you, but we also wanted to talk about how how we found some pictures that weren't so relevant to our topic, and you have to kind of be specific with your searches. Like if you just put censorship, in a toolbar, and you try to search it, you might not find what you're looking for. So you kind of go digging through some things, or just try to narrow your search. Like there's a lot here that wouldn't really work for us. And then same thing with Google Scholar. There's one about here, the Australian censorship legislation there, and also meeting the Olympics. Like there's some things that you have to you really have to scroll through a lot to get to the goal, pretty much. So that was our
Picture.
Oh, one more picture actually. Here we go. And this is by Flickr.
And then finally, this picture we thought was really kind of unique and kind of funny, but it actually has a really good meaning. When you look at the bottom word, it's supposed to be flicker, but just by taking out the one letter, you can see how someone could easily mix up that word with a different word, and it just shows how sensitive the issue of censorship is, and how just changing one little thing, such as just one letter, can completely alter the meaning of something or change someone's view completely. So it's actually a really important issue, and we're really happy we're going to get the chance to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot we can do with censorship, but that was our guide and our research. We just wanted to give you a little insight to our research patterns, how we found some things.
Alright, we also used a few other sources in addition to JSTOR and all the ones we've mentioned before. We found that LexisNexis, GeoReference, and Procrest were also beneficial, but again, we had to narrow our search terms a little bit because at first we were getting kind of a broad range of articles and pictures that weren't really relevant, so we had to narrow down our search terms a little bit.
Okay, and
that's
that's
it.
the end of our project.
you
Hope
for
you enjoyed
watching.
it, and we're going to continue delving deeper into the terms of realms of censorship.
Yes.
See ya.